Lisa, Candice, how do I know what my intuition sounds like if I haven't been listening to it for the past 40, 50 years? And what does it sound like when it's fear? And what does it sound like when it's intuition?
So I think it's just the thing that nags you in your gut. So I certainly have always been guided, and people have different things. Some people have a feeling, other people have a voice. But the one thing we know is that your gut, which we know it's also got its own brain, right? And so does your heart. In fact, your heart has more neurons. Science is now showing us our hearts have more neurons than the brain. So how often do we feel like we're in a situation and our heart starts to feel blocked, or it feels uneasy, or the stomach feels uneasy? So I would say not all of us are maybe healers or channelers or see visions or see messages. But the first thing is got to connect back to us. Because when we're disconnected, then it's very hard to harness any kind of intuition, because we literally are not connected back to our vibration and our higher self. So again, it's about that connection, which you can just do. Focus on the heart center, breathe in and out, connect back. And then let your truth be your truth. I can't tell you your truth. I cannot tell you where your intuition is going to come from. Our truth is our truth. So often I'll coach friends or chat to friends, and a lot of them go to a lot of card readers, and I think that's great. Everyone's got their own tools. But my thing, guys, is our truth sits with us. We don't need external to tell us the truth. The truth is here. The truth is in us. All we have to do is pause, take a bit of time, reflect, and connect back in. And I know that can feel scary. You can feel guilty around it. You can feel like, oh, I don't even know. How am I going to do this? How am I going to be with myself? But the more we start to do it, the more you become guided. And that's like the coolest experience, right, Cans? Like, I'm sure if you've done any retreats and you just feel like you're so connected to your truth, you don't need to be asking anyone for advice, right? You know your truth. It's there. It's guiding you. You're centered. So it's about centering. Oh. And then everyone will have their own. I think actually when we're talking about, is it the ego voice? Is it the fear voice? We're probably getting all of that stuff because, again, we're just not actually connected and centered. Because when you're really connected and centered, there aren't these multiple voices. It's just like, this is my quest, right? It's like, I mean, how many times I've had that experience so many times where I'm literally guided. I'm just guided. I just go with the flow, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I can feel there's a magnetic pull, and I'm just going to go with it,
And I love what you're saying there. And, for me, I think what I've come to learn about my intuitive voice, and like you said, for everyone, it's different, is intuition is not frantic. It's not overly energized. It's simply peaceful. Like, it comes to you, it tells you, and it's not in this heightened state of it's just like, it's clear. And like you said, the more you connect to yourself, the better it is. And I think with people who consult with readers, or even, because for me, I think teachers like yourself, Deepak Chopra, all these people are messengers, whether you want to call them prophets, whether you want to call them, spiritualists, whatever it is. And I think when we know it's true for us, and when we know it's our intuitive voice that they're vocalizing, is because you'll feel that. You're not going to resonate with every speaker. But there's some speakers where you're like, it feels like Lisa's talking to me. There's going to be people in the audience listening to this interview or watching, and they're going to say, Lisa's talking to me. And there's going to be some people who are like, I'm not really connecting here. And that's not because of you as a teacher. It's simply because your paths aren't aligned at this moment. So I think, whenever we consult, whenever we ask for advice, what we're really looking for is validation for what we're already feeling. Right? Our own truth. Lisa, just tell me, am I making the right decision? And we want you to tell us, because it's like, it feels wrong. And I actually want you to tell me it's wrong.